Okay, let's get started. So I hope someone already watching. Let's wait until around 10 people join this live stream. This time probably not many people got missed us so much because the last live stream was just 2 weeks ago. Last live stream was quite long, so we had many questions. So this time it will be much shorter. But let's wait for more people to join this this live live stream, so that I will be able to announce what kind of topics do we have today. Okay, let's check if we have 10 or more people. Not yet, right? Okay. Okay. Anyways, the best option just to wait for a while until more people join this live stream. Okay. Let me announce in the beginning because some people are already watching, I think. So today's topic is the flash deals on Amazon.com, which means Amazon US. So our official, the first brand store where we have our products sold officially. This is for the US only, unfortunately. So for our friends from Europe and other countries, please check our official Amazons in those countries or our official distributors. But anyways, I hope some of the ideas I will show you will be quite useful for you too. So this time I won't dive into something really deep in terms of automations. I will just showcase some automations, simple but useful automations about our products we are now having as our flash deals on Amazon US, Amazon.com. So, for those who are not applicable, for those from other countries where we don't have Amazon or where the Amazon doesn't have this kind of deals, no worries, majority of those tricks or examples will also be applicable for you. So just use the same automations and I hope you will be able to enjoy Aqara products better. So, okay, let's check if some number of people already joined the live stream. And let's get started, and I will just announce the topic again and tell exactly what kind of things we will have during this live stream, because this live stream, like I said, will be shorter than usual because we just had a live stream 2 weeks ago. Last time I said that next time we will have a better quality upgrade, but by the next time I meant next month live stream. So in October we will try to do our best to make the quality of our videos much better. Okay, sorry, let me turn off the sound, not to bother everyone. Yeah, so next time I hope the quality will be much more professional, because right now it's basically so-so, but we will try to improve it. Anyways, okay, let's get started. Do we have more than 10 people watching this live stream? Okay, so that's amazing. Once again, don't hesitate to ask any kind of questions in the comments of these videos. My colleagues will transfer this question to me directly and I will be able to answer those questions live. Okay, so today's topic is the flash deals on Amazon.com, Amazon US, and at the same time the automations with the products which are now applicable for the flash deals. And first let me announce what kind of products are applicable for those deals. So which products get really high discounts if you're lucky living in the US and gonna buy the Aqara products today. Okay, so what kind of products do we have? Basically almost all of the products get discounts which are really close to the highest possible discounts throughout the year, all around the year. So I hope you will enjoy them quite much. And the highest discount we have on Amazon.com, Amazon US for today, for the flash deals, just 1 day of deals, is this little device. This is our Aqara mini switch, which is now popular all around the world. Many, okay, let me turn on the D&D mode. Okay, sorry. Yeah, this is a Aqara mini switch, a little button which supports Zigbee protocol, not 3.0, because this is like classic series of our devices. So mini switch has 3 actions, like single click, double click, long click, but I will not stop on the selling points of all of these products. We have many of them. Anyways, many users already like it so much and it can be used as a doorbell in many other cases, and I will show you how to use it with the G3 camera hub in a really good way, the way which I use every day, which is, I think, quite useful for average users and quite simple to configure. So let me show you this after I announce all the deals here. Okay, and the first question is here. That's amazing. Let me answer it first. Edgar, okay, so what if you purchased last week? Very easy answer for you. Just purchase something else, because with our products, the good thing is that you might have many different use cases, so that you will not get bored. For example, this mini switch can be used not just as a simple button to control the lights and so on. It also can control the camera hub G3. It also can be used as a doorbell outside, outdoors, or many other use cases for each of our sensors. That's where our automation engine, if then, gets much more very useful for average users, because you basically have unlimited possibilities there. Of course, limited somehow, but still you have many options to use our products, so that you will be able to buy our products more and more. We really hope on this. Okay, so what else? This device will get the highest possible discount, almost 25% to $13.6. So this is the lowest ever price as far as I know. Okay, and this is the highest discount for these flash deals. Once again, sorry for other friends from other countries. So today we only have the discounts for Amazon.com, Amazon US, yeah? Okay, what else do we have? We have all the possible camera hubs, like G3 camera hub here also, discounted 20%. Our different hubs like M1S, for example, or M2, which is here as well for me. Yeah, of course you know about. This is actually our bestseller. That was a bit of a surprise, because M2 is actually our most expensive hub. However, our users are okay to pay for this kind of functionality, like Ethernet, for example, and IR transmitter built into this hub. So what else do we have? Of course, hub E1, which is the smallest and cheapest hub, which doesn't have so much additional functionality. It does have the Wi-Fi repeater. Okay, all of these devices I will mention below, let's say, they will have 20% discount for Amazon.com, Amazon US. Okay, our sensors, of course, I won't show you many sensors here, or water leak sensor here, because I will just explain one of the automations. So a water leak sensor will also get a discount of 20%, which will make it really cheap, around $15. So I hope now some of our friends who think that the price on AliExpress is so low, actually for Amazon the price can be the same or even lower, depends on the product. Especially during this kind of flash deals. So don't hesitate again. And once again, don't hesitate to ask the questions in the comments. I will be able to answer these questions in live. Okay, so what else do we have? Motion sensor, of course, motion sensor P1 for those who need a longer battery life and need a configurable detection timeouts. Also 20% discount. Water leak sensor, I already told it. Vibration sensor, our most underrated sensor, because the vibration sensor can be used in so many use cases, but average users unfortunately don't really get what kind of use cases you can use it for, because it's not really clear vibration. Yeah, it's not like motion, which is very simple for the average user, but we will try to communicate anyways, and maybe have something even next generation of this idea in the future, but once again, stay tuned. Okay, now I'm expecting some of you will ask the question about the thread devices, so but no question yet. So every live stream we always have the question about thread devices, when Aqara will release thread devices, and I can say that this question will be solved once and forever very soon, within a few months. This is what we are hoping for. Okay, so what else do we have? The US smart plug, yeah, smart plug for those who don't need two outlets in a row. Anyways, this is quite a good option for Zigbee smart plug with built-in Zigbee repeater or router. So what else? We also have the US wall switch. So can we see this US wall switch here? Okay, I can get another one, I think. Anyways, okay, maybe it's yeah, not so convenient. I will show you. This is a US wall switch, actually quite a good option. And I will tell you why you should buy the double rocker better, because it's a smart wall switch. It means that any button can be configured separately via automation. This is something I am going to show you during this live stream, during the use cases part, okay? So, 4 versions of the live stream for US market. So, single rocker, double rocker, no neutral, with neutral. In total, 4 versions of the live stream. Also get a discount of 20%. So, the lowest price for those switches becomes around $28.8 US dollars, which makes it closer, very close to the all year lowest price. Okay, on this device, so I think this becomes quite a good option for a wall switch, especially it supports the Aqara frames and also has Zigbee compared to many of our competitors which don't have this protocol. Also acts as a repeater for with neutral versions. Okay, so let me finish the deals part, just a few products more. Okay, and I will start the automations part here and of course answer the questions in the comments. I already have several users asking the questions in the comments. Okay, next one is the cube. So everybody knows about our Aqara cube, which is quite unique, can be used in many systems already, like home assistant. Some users really like it. For example, on Reddit, the most popular post about Aqara, thread about Aqara, is about the cube, where someone is using home assistant to make it work like a new version of the cube, where every side of the cube corresponds to some kind of actions. For example, a Spotify playlist, which is quite amazing and overall quite a unique product. Actually, no more competitors for this device. Some of our competitor Nanoleaf tried to make this kind of device, but for some reason they don't sell it anymore as far as I know. Okay, so and we have also 2 bundles. One bundle is the temperature humidity sensor, 3 pieces plus Hub E1 for those who want to start their smart home setup and monitor the temperature and humidity, the climate, hygrometer, thermometer, how to say, and want to buy several sensors at the same time. So quite a good deal. Also 20% discount, $60 for 3 sensors and 1 Hub E1, and also the bundle of water leak sensor, 3 pieces plus a Hub E1. The same for those who want to monitor water leaks here. Like for example, like this. Look at this. Yeah. We have the ringtone here, quite reliable because of Zigbee, and this is local. Okay, it will turn on by itself. Yeah, like I said, it's good when everything works, because sometimes when you want to showcase, some automations don't work, but now I think we configure it in the right way, so it cannot just stop working, especially as it is local. So once again, in a car home system, within the system, the automations are local in most cases, especially for the simplest automations, like for example motion detected, then turn on the light. Okay, so let me finish, and the last device I told you I want to tell you about for the deals is this guy. Quite a big guy, but don't worry, this guy won't be visible if you install it according to the instruction. This is our curtain driver E1, so rod version, track version. This is a curtain motor which doesn't require a troublesome installation. Just hang it on your rail and it will work. Once again, 20% of the discount. Now it's cheaper than our biggest competitor, and it does have a bunch of advantages over our biggest competitor. I think you know who is it. So for example, this one is supports HomeKit officially via the Aqara hubs, like any of the hubs which are now on the market currently, M1S, G3 camera hub and so on. So HomeKit, a Zigbee protocol, more powerful and easier installation though, these points compared to the first product of this category by some other company. Okay, so this product also gets the discount 20%, $80. So it becomes quite good, especially if you want to install 2 on one window, because to operate the curtains of both sides you need 2 of curtain driver E1. Okay, I think I'm done with the deals here, so let me answer the questions and proceed to the automations. We don't have so much time, unfortunately. Okay, so will you sell a black G3, avoid reflections from glass? Unfortunately not, we don't sell many colors for it, but we do have some users who really like to paint our cameras, like G2H for example, in different colors. And we did see, for example, black version of G2H, which someone just made for fun, or just to make it more suitable to his or her interior, which is amazing, I think. Yeah, sorry for that. So for now we only have this beautiful cat ear accessory, which is a special point of the global version of Camera Hub G3, and so as far as I know, many of our users did like it, and it can be removed if you don't want to see this kind of cute ears. So anyways, a small interesting accessory which you get for free if you buy G3 Camera Hub global version. Okay, when will presence sensor hit international markets? So we did have one presence sensor released in China some time ago, but this presence sensor does not showcase the millimeter radar technology so well. That's why we decided not to launch it in global market, and we'll have something much more amazing. Please stay tuned. In the end of this year, the beginning of next year, you will see something much more amazing. I hope you will like it so much because yeah, I think this technology is simply like something absolutely new. This is something from the future when you will forget about the PIR sensors with the detection timeouts when, for example, you sit on your toilet and your light turns off in your bathroom because you don't move, or you're sleeping and your away mode is triggered because you don't move during sleeping. So this will be the thing from the past and not like in case our previous product of millimeter wave radar, but much better, because our idea here to make a room zone detection, so to be able to see where the person is, for example, when you are on the bed. In this case, the automation of night mode can be triggered, and very, very reliably. This is what we are expecting here. This is about the presence sensor. We want to give you the best possible experience, and I think we will get it in the beginning of the next year. Triple rocker, okay, triple rocker. We will have some triple rocker in some regions, but unfortunately not in all the regions. So, Edgar, so where are you from? So, which country does need the triple rocker switch most? What do you think? Okay, is there any outdoor cameras? Okay, yeah. When I said about the question about threat sensors, I also could say about this question. Aqara, when will you release the outdoor cameras? We are hoping for the next year, okay? So we do know that so many people expect this kind of product, and we will do our best to make it happen next year, okay? But not so fast, unfortunately. So we have one more camera which will hit the market pretty soon. On this table probably you can see some kind of Easter egg, but I won't say more details, unfortunately, because this will be certainly a topic of one of the future live streams here, okay? I use my cube to twist to turn on AC unit in the room. So actually, yeah, cube is quite a good thing. So let me get. Could you please help me to get a cube from this box? Okay, sorry. Yeah. Anyways, I want to tell you something about the cube. So the future idea is okay with this device. Yeah, this is a next version of the cube, which I will tell you more details about next time, I think, during our live stream, because this product finally is going to hit the global market. I will tell you much more about the automations there. Okay, something more. Let me answer. I need to get one. Need to get one what? Sorry. Yeah, looks great. Thank you for G3. Yeah, actually, we are quite excited that quite a lot of users do appreciate the selling points of this product. Like, for example, the gesture recognition, the IR controller built in. Okay, no worries. Thank you. And the gesture and face recognition here as well. So this is a hub, this is a IR controller, this is like some kind of combined device with many, many features in one. And this device luckily sells quite well, luckily for us. Although we are just the newcomer for the camera field, you know, like G2H camera just released around 2 and something years ago. And I think, yeah, this is quite good news for us and for anybody of you, because if some of our products get popular and you like this kind of selling points and you like the functionality of those products, it means that in the future we'll have more and more products which will follow our like smart home functionality topic, because we do know that many of our competitors, they don't care so much about smart home functionality like a built-in hub functions or if-then engine of automations. Okay. Thank you. USA. Okay, for USA triple rocker, are you sure about it? Because we did quite a lot of research on this, and looks like even the double rocker, which is quite disappointing, does not sell so well. So regular users, unfortunately, they still consider single rocker for the switches, because they just have single rocker all around the home, and it's not so easy to convince them to buy a double rocker, although I think this idea is much better. Okay, this kind of option is much better. That's awesome. We'll be patiently waiting for the release. Thank you. Okay, Do you own vibration sensor for Windows security contact sensor? Hard to say, because let's say if you have a door window sensor and you put it on the window, it means that it will be triggered in case the window is open, but in case someone breaks the window or just to make some hole in the window, in this case probably the door window sensor won't be triggered. That's why the vibration sensor can be better for this purpose. But vibration sensor is not only a security system, but security sensor, but also a sensor which is useful for automations. For example, you can stick vibration sensor under your office chair, which has some kind of suspension, and in this case you will get some kind of presence detection. For example, when someone sits on this table, on this chair by the table, in this case the light above the table will turn on automatically, which is quite good. Okay, so one more question to answer and we will move on because we don't have so much time. Yeah, just want to say how much I like temperature humidity sensor. I have one with 3D printer. Oh, thank you. Yeah, we do see that, especially in Europe, the temperature humidity sensor is becoming so hot recently. That's amazing. So, the better it performs, once again, the more interesting products we might have next year. So next year we will have some kind of update for the temperature humidity sensor, but I cannot share more details with you, unfortunately. Okay, one more. Okay, I use both vibration door window sensor for Windows. Yeah, this is quite a good option as well. By the way, in the future we are now thinking how to adapt the vibration sensor for the European type of Windows. Yeah, maybe this is not applicable for you, but in Europe the type of Windows is different, so they have 3 different states. That doesn't matter. Anyways, I hope, yeah, now because the topic of the live stream with the deals, flash deals on Amazon.com, Amazon US, probably the majority of users who watch this live stream are from the US, or yeah, from the US. Anyways, okay, so let me proceed to the automations. We don't have so much time. So can we see the screen? Yeah, sorry. Yeah, once again we have the deals for Amazon.com, Amazon US. On average 20% discount, and this little device, the mini switch, will get 24% discount. Yeah, and the price which is closest to the all-time lowest price for this device. Okay, many devices I just mentioned, but now let me explain some of the use cases with those devices. So, but first I can tell you, have you seen this product? We'll even have a review on YouTube for this kind of product. This is Aqara cup. Okay, but unfortunately not available widely, and on Amazon as well. Okay, so a few news, and I will, okay, sorry, a few more news and some points I wanted to cover, and we will move to proceed to the automations I wanted to show you. So first of all, Aqara Home 3.0, it's kept rolled out for different systems. For example, for iOS, basically it's already updated with the majority of users. For Android, still the update process is going on because we want to make sure that okay, some of the problems will be fixed, but many of the problems are already fixed, which is amazing. Okay, nice to see that our app team, thank you for the hard work, already fixed many of the problems we have reported recently. Okay, and no worries, if you don't understand something, please visit our Instagram, for example, Aqara Smart Home, and find some videos which explain how to use the new 3.0 Aqara Home app. And the newest version of the app will have a really clear guide how to open some of the, how to proceed to the features which were now made a bit differently from the previous versions. So don't worry, just update the newest version and check how to use the new features of Aqara Home app. So okay, once again, don't hesitate to ask the questions in the comments. Okay, my task here will be to answer those questions. Okay, and now I will proceed to the automations like I promised you, okay? So we have just a few of the automations, but I will try to show you what kind of automations I like to use. For example, with this G3 camera hub, of course it does have the gesture recognition and face recognition, but when I come back home I don't need the face recognition because my smart home already knows that I'm at home. I'm using the smart lock for this purpose. You also can use the geofencing, you can use some kind of like special button to trigger the home mode. In this case, face recognition doesn't make any sense. For me, face recognition is turned on only when I'm not at home. In this case, I can be notified in case someone I don't know enters my home or uses some mechanical key for my smart lock to enter my home. In this case, I will be notified for sure because of the G3 camera hub. But when I am at home, this G3 camera hub is using the gesture recognition mode. Let me show you. So here we have the settings, and in the settings you can choose what kind of detection you do need. So we have different kind of detections, and unfortunately we cannot turn on different detections at the same time because it does require quite a lot of processing power for G3 camera hub. So you have to choose between face detection and gesture identification, but this is not a big deal. Why? Because simply you can control these modes via automation. So what happens, for example, when you come home, you can make a simple automation. Then G3 camera hub, okay, turn on, enable face recognition or enable gesture recognition. So what is happening when I come home? The gesture recognition is on, and the camera turns to my sofa so that I can sit on the sofa and use some gesture controls for the cameras. And the gesture control, which is, I think, very reliable, is the one I am going to show you right now. So what did I configure? This kind of automation, really simple one. Let me show you. So gesture, in case of gesture detected high five, in this case the turn on privacy protection. So basically it looks like you are showing like to the camera, like don't look at me, and in this case the camera automatically turns off. I think this is quite a useful thing and very handy, because let's say if you have some moment when you want to keep the privacy, don't want the gesture recognition anymore, although the camera is fixed at your sofa, for example, doesn't look at some other parts of the room anyways, you can do this and the camera will turn off. And I will try to show you right now, because we have this here. So you do like this, and the camera turns off and starts sleeping. This is how it works, and for me personally it does work quite reliably. So you cannot see it, because if I do like this it will be impossible, because it also recognizes the face at the same time to increase the reliability of gesture identification. Anyways, now it turned off. Okay, and to turn it back on, of course, you cannot use the gestures because the camera is now off. So what I usually do, I use the cube or a mini switch. So I use the cube, but mini switch is the same. I just press and the camera opens back its lens. In this case, there cannot be any kind of false triggering. So once again, the gesture like high five, reliably it turns off. Now it's off, right? Next, I'll just press and it's back on if you need this kind of gesture recognition back. And of course, when you go out, the camera will just turn to your door, for example, and start monitoring, but this is another topic. I think I have quite complicated automations for Camera Hub G3, but now I want to explain something more simple. Okay, so what is next? The next is our M1S hub, which is here. This is quite a unique device for Aqara. Why? Because using this hub, you will be able to make some of the devices which are not HomeKit compatible actually able to be controlled from HomeKit without any kind of additional services like Home Bridge, for example, or Home Assistant. Let me explain how it works. So this is my favorite thing. So even I don't use HomeKit by myself, but I do use these automations because I have some third-party HomeKit devices, or have some devices from Aqara which doesn't support HomeKit, such as, for example, some device which will be released within 1-2 months on the global market. Anyways, let's say we have the Camera Hub G3. It does have the feature of pan and tilt, right? So this feature is not exposed to HomeKit, so many users do want to know how to control this kind of functionality, like turn to specified position, predefined position, using HomeKit automations. Of course, you can use the scenes from a Aqara Home app and use the Siri shortcuts for it, but it is not automatic. You have to say, hey Siri, and so on. So this is not a good point for those who do like automations. In this case, you simply can make much better automations in the following way. You configure an automation in a Aqara Home app. You can see my screen, I hope, except for the Instagram users. Sorry for that again. So you make automation using this very new condition of the Aqara Home app for M1S Hub, which is the night light brightness up to in the if section of automations, and you choose some specific value of the brightness, like 2% or 1%, and configure what do you want to do. For example, turn to predefined position, predefined position with some of the names so that camera will turn where you want. And in HomeKit, I don't have HomeKit on this phone, unfortunately, or fortunately. So in HomeKit, you make automation if any kind of third-party device is triggered, then configure the light of the M1S hub to 2% of brightness. So really simple, configure to 2% of brightness, and in a Aqara Home app, you make automation if the brightness is 2%, then do something with the device which is not supported by HomeKit. And you will have HomeKit automations for any kind of Aqara devices which supports Aqara Home then automations without any problems. So this is how it happens. It does work really well. It's local because of this HomeKit and Aqara Home. So, and simply you can do whatever you want. Enable face recognition, gesture recognition with G3 camera hub. You can turn it to specified positions. Basically, you'll get the pen and tilt support in HomeKit using automation. So this is our point for M1S. This feature was introduced this year, in the beginning of this year, and I really hope more people will know about this, especially if you use HomeKit on a daily basis. Okay, so let me answer the questions and proceed to some other devices. I hope you liked it. Okay, it's for my kitchen. I see. So can you go over the best security automations? Okay, let me think about this. Not right now, of course, because we have some kind of automations already configured. So probably next time we will think about this topic. So maybe some security automations. But the idea of our security system is that these automations are let's say, already included into Aqara security system. So you just configure it and try to make it. But I will think about it. Thank you for your suggestion here. So once again, don't hesitate to ask the questions in the comments, and let me finish with the automations I wanted to talk about. Okay, so what else? Like I said, we have the US wall switch, which gets 20% discount on Amazon US right today because of the flash deals from Aqara. And for example, what I really wanted to communicate, because we do see that many of our users, they still hesitate to get the double rocker version of our switch. Not rocker actually buttons, but we just call it rocker for, let's say, historical purpose. Okay, so this switch here has two buttons, right? So upper button, lower button, and thing is, like, if you have just single rocker switch, non-smart switch, and you want to install a new smart switch from a car, in this case, no need. I think there is no much sense to buy a single rocker one. Why? Because if you install this kind of switch and only connect one button to the wire, to the light, and control it using Aqara Home automations or manually or whatever, the second button actually can be used in automation so easily. And I will show you. So we have an M1S hub right here. So I press it, and the M1S hub turns on, right? And turns off. So no problem. You actually can connect any kind of Aqara devices such as lights, I don't know, camera hub, G3, and so on, to the smart switch, and you will get a free wireless switch for just a couple of bucks. This is, I think, quite a good point, and really, for me personally, I do get the switches which have more buttons as possible, because like this, I will have much more flexibility. Just use the second button as you wish. This switch is not connected. This button is in wireless switch, convert to wireless switch mode, and I hope more and more users of Aqara will be able to use this kind of feature here. I think this is quite a good point, and I really hope in the future we will convince the smart switch main functionality is basically this convert to wireless switch mode. Why? Because once again, you can control much more devices, the curtains, the roller shades, if you have this kind of motors at your home, so from Aqara as well. In the future, we will try to expose this button to HomeKit for some of the switches, but this is something to consider for the future. Next year, once again, stay tuned, and in case we expose this kind of button in HomeKit or Matter, in this case, of course, the usefulness of this button will increase so much. So basically, it will become a real a real wireless switch, which you get absolutely for free when you buy a double rocker switch. So don't hesitate to get a double rocker version and use the second button in a wireless switch mode to get a wireless switch for free. Okay, so what else do we have? Don't hesitate to ask the questions here. And the last one, something some of our users don't really know, unfortunately, because the idea of the product, which is called water leak sensor, is as follows. So on the back side of the water leak sensor, it has two screws. These screws are not used for dismantling of this water leak sensor. They are not used to unscrew the battery. They are used to connect any kind of probe. What is the probe? It's some kind of wire you can connect to this water leak sensor and use this sensor, for example, to increase its range using a wire, or to connect it to special kind of plate which can detect the rain. So anything is possible. So we do have a lot of 3D printed modes in, for example, Thingiverse website. And here you can see, probably you can see, it's so thin that possibly it's hard to see in the video, but I did connect two wires to this water leak sensor so that if something happens, these two wires will cover quite a big area here. So what happens, like usually? So the siren is triggered, and you can make any kind of automations using this water leak sensor so that it will notify you in case of the water leak or any kind of event you want to trigger here. So this is a probe. You can use any kind of old wires which are flexible to make it possible. In case the water will come between these two wires, it will connect the circuit and you will be able to be notified about the water leak. So just these two wires, try to use them as well. They are actually used to connect the probe if you really want to. Anyways, in the future we will consider if we need to add the probe to the box. Okay. I think I'm done with automations. Anyways, this live stream was supposed to be quite short, but here once again let me remind you about the deals on Amazon.com we have right now. So very low prices, we have quite a big discount. So if you are in the US, please consider and check what do we have here. So once again, we have 24% for the wireless mini switch, which I did show on this live stream with conjunction with G3 camera hub. 24% up to $13.6, and many other devices such as hubs, sensors, switches, and smart plug also will get very big discount at 20%, so that their prices will become closer, very close to the lowest ever prices we had for them on Amazon.com. Okay, so okay, I think it's fine for the questions, if there are no more questions. Anyways, next time I think we'll have a bigger live stream with more use cases. I will think about the topics, and like I said last time, we are going to improve our live stream video quality drastically by the next time. Okay, anyways, thank you for your attention. Once again, check the deals, and I hope you enjoyed some of the automations. Oh, we have some more questions here. And let me answer the questions and say goodbye to everyone. Okay, two questions. Any idea when you come out door lock? Yeah, it's a typo, I think. For the US market, I have an idea when we come with the door lock US market. We tried to make it by the end of this year, but unfortunately it didn't happen. So please stay tuned. We already have some kind of plan for you, for those who are expecting the US door lock from Aqara, but I cannot share more details, unfortunately. Okay, one more. Would the water sensor's contact be able to connect pressure sensor pad to serve as a trigger? Actually, yes, why not? I think it will work without any problem with the pressure pad, but I don't have many videos on this topic, unfortunately. So if you want to test, feel free to test and let's say tag Aqara in Instagram, for example, so that we can see the results. Okay, such a normally open contact. Okay, yeah, this is what I answered just right now. Next question, maybe the last question, is support for the Matter protocol on the roadmap? Of course, you haven't seen our news. We'll have a big announcement along with the Matter launch event later this year. Once again, please stay tuned. We have even more amazing things for both those who already have many Aqara devices with Aqara hubs such as M1, SM2, and also those who want to experience the newest and most amazing protocol for smart home, which is of course Thread. I didn't have any questions about Thread today. Okay, I see. Such as normally open contact that becomes closed when pressure mat gets stepped on. Yeah, I think we just can use water leak sensor in automations with the pressure mat, just to make automation if the leak is detected, which means these two contacts are connected. Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Edgar, as well. I hope you enjoyed this live stream. Quite a short one. Anyways, next time will be a longer one, and we will also think about the topics. Thank you for attention of everyone. Once again, feel free to check our Amazon.com brand